Welcome to the panel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's great. The fourth industrial revolution and the future of work. So we have we are still going through something. The last 2 years, I was last in the kingdom about 2 years ago. It's great to be back. But in this period of time, we've all gone digital. And I think that's the topic today. We've gone digital from our daily work. We've gone digital in our lives, our purchases, our health, our schools. And we've started to go digital in a more fundamental way. We've actually started to change what we do, our automation, the whole idea of our work itself is changing. So I think we're going to explore all of that today. And no group better to explore it than with the leaders from Silicon Valley, from the world, and the entrepreneurs that are creating this new future for all of us. So I'm going to just get us started here, and I'm going to start with you, Gonzalo, if I could. So,
Thanks, Jonathan.
As the leader of one of the leaders of our workforce, you're seeing this pandemic as an employer, and as how it's accelerating the need for these new digital skills. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, how tough is that to find those skills, and then what are you doing about it?
Sure, yeah, thank you. Thanks, Jonathan. So for the last couple of years, we went through a massive transformation. Okay? It was totally unplanned. It's what we call the unplanned revolution. It was forced, it was brutal, it was fast, and somehow, we had to look at what can we do, and what can we do different. But there are two areas that really drive significant concern with this unplanned transformation, because now this is becoming something that is natural. So there are two areas where I think most of the global organizations today, we need to explore on what we can do better. One is the employee loyalty, and the second one is the lack of qualified resources that we have in our space today, driven by this acceleration of the fourth industrial revolution. And when you combine both, you get into kind of a perfect storm. Because if we look at what it was, if we look back 20, 30, 40 years, what it was important for employment loyalty, it was about your salary, your paycheck, even your job physical location. If you got those three, you could even stay in the same company for your whole professional life. But this has changed, and this has changed dramatically. And now you can be based in Seattle, working in New York, and then we have to think as companies, what can we do to embrace this new paradigm? And as Micro Focus, we're working on a number of projects that we believe are important for the employees. One is the employee well-being. This is becoming extremely important. We have to help and promote our employees to have a more healthy and live in a more healthy environment, where we have to, and we push, and we have been working to create what we call some assistance programs. And we have external consultant companies where employees can contact those companies in case that they have or they need any kind of mental support. We have to give the employees the opportunity to give something back to their communities, to give something back in terms of charity. And as Micro Focus, we're giving 4 days a year to the employees so they can really take advantage of it. But probably more important is the lack of a skilled population that we have in the new paradigm. And there is extremely important that we engage and strengthen partnership with universities. We've seen multiple of examples in the last day and a half in this event. We need to promote technology into the curriculum of the universities. We need to promote the different graduate programs that we have across the globe, and we have a number of them in Micro Focus, in the US, in Plano, we have in UKI, in Belfast, in Dublin, in Barcelona, in Spain. And I really believe that for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, this is a huge opportunity. We heard yesterday His Excellency the Minister talking about 460 million in the MENA region that are under 35. So the opportunity is huge for the country. So yeah, really looking forward for it.
Well, it sounds like it's a driving to keep up with demand. So like, and how to do that. And I'll tell you, the words healthy and tech worker often don't figure in the same sentence, but this is great to hear. So more power to you. Now, BJ, as the president of Palo Alto Networks, sort of the leader in security and privacy management and many other things, but you oversee a lot of the go-to-market functions. So perhaps we could start by there to say, as you see this phenomenon of the change in work and how it has evolved, what does that mean for your business, for security, actually?
Yeah, well, we take a security view in everything we do, and the pandemic has accelerated the need for better security. Hybrid work, digitization, e-commerce, all cry out for new ways to protect yourself. And look, at a good cybersecurity architecture can accelerate these changes. A bad one leaves you vulnerable and can put you out of business. And so I think for everybody, you have to rethink how cybersecurity will work in this day and age, in this new work environment. And it starts, we used to think of workers in an office, and we would set up perimeter around that office and know what would in and out. Now people can work from anywhere. And so now we have to think about it as, where is the individual at, and how do we protect them? How do we give them access to the resources they need to be successful in their jobs, but do that in a highly secure manner? And this is a big change for organizations. Where you work, how do we keep you protected? I think when you think about that locally, you also have to think about the Kingdom's Data Privacy Act. How do we keep the data around individuals safe and secure and local? And again, this is a rethink of security architecture, and you need to think of it holistically around the individual. I think the other thing that we talk about that the pandemic has driven is in cybersecurity, we have more jobs than we have people. And that's going to continue to happen. And one of the reasons for that is, for less than $100, an attacker can launch a full-blown attack on your company today. And any company's ability to deal with the thousands of attacks that happens is dependent today on a combination of technology and individuals. So just like Gonzalo said, we need to invest in that. We're partnering with local universities here, with 40 of them for cyber academies. We believe there's a workforce here that we can train and help make the world more secure going forward. And we'll marry that with machine learning and artificial intelligence to make those workers even more effective to help fight breaches. So our view is, again, rethink your architecture, protect the individual, but take a holistic view to this.
And so how does that play out in the region here? Are there any sort of thoughts about that?
Well, this region has more nation-state attacks than any region. And so certainly there's a rich, robust need for security. One of the great things about this region is there's a strong public and private partnership where we can work together to build platforms that can help companies adopt world-class cybersecurity infrastructure and protect their employees and protect individuals. And I think that's unique here. One thing we embrace at Palo Alto Networks is that public-private partnership. It can really accelerate the ability to try and stay out in front of attacks rather than be reactive to them.